Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond Belief, the podcast where we dive deep into life, faith, and all the beautiful things in between. I'm really glad you're here. I don't know where you're listening from. Maybe you're in the car, maybe you're at home with a cup of coffee in hand. But wherever you are, I hope this conversation helps you think about something a little differently today. Ready? Let's go. Today, we're going to be exploring a topic that's close to my heart. How your treatment of creation reflects your view of God. It's a topic I believe has so many layers, and I think you'll find that as we peel back those layers, you'll start to see the world around you and God in a whole new light. But first, let's set the stage. As I was preparing for today's episode, I couldn't help but think about the relationship we have with the world around us. You know, the things we take for granted, the things we look past on a daily basis. And that got me thinking, what if everything we do, every interaction we have, is a reflection of our deepest belief? What if the way we treat the world is more than just a reflection of ourselves, but also a reflection of the one who made it? So let me ask you, how many of you have ever tried to put something together without reading the instructions? We've all been there, right? You get a new piece of furniture and the instructions just seem way too complicated. So you think, yeah, I'll figure it out. And then an hour later, you're staring at a pile of parts, and that bookshelf, it looks more like modern art than anything functional. Anyone else? Or is it just me? But here's the thing. The instructions are there for a reason. Someone designed that piece to go together in a very specific way. And when we ignore the blueprint, we mess it up. Creation is kind of the same. God has this incredible world, a masterpiece, and He's given us the responsibility to treat it with care and with purpose. And when we ignore the blueprint, when we don't treat creation with the respect it deserves, we end up messing things up, don't we? So today I want to ask you a simple but profound question. How you treat creation is how you see the Creator. Yeah, I know it's big, but stay with me. This is going to be a fun ride. Now I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a big topic. But what if in every little action, every small decision, we could reflect the values we say we hold dear? The way we treat the world around us and the people in it is a reflection of the God we believe in. Let's talk about God for a moment. The Bible tells us that God created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. And on the seventh day, He looked at everything He had made and He said, "It is very good." Not just, "Yeah, it's fine." Not, "It'll do." God said, "It is very good." There's something powerful in that. God looked at His creation and saw the beauty in it, the intention in it, and said, "This is exactly what I wanted it to be." But think about this. If creation is very good in God's eyes, how are we treating it? Are we treating it with the same reverence? And if not, why is that? Is it because we've lost sight of the purpose behind it? Or is it because we've become disconnected from God Himself? So, when you look at the stars at night or hear the rain tapping on your window, what do you see? Do you see beauty? Do you see design? Or do you just see something that's there? That's the first shift we need to make. Understanding that creation isn't just some accident. It has purpose. And when we begin to see creation as good, we start to care for it in the way it deserves. You see, this isn't just a theological idea. It's a practical one. If we say we honor God, how we treat the earth, people, animals, and our resources shows whether we truly value the Creator's work. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, a friend of mine went on a mission trip and had the privilege of working with some incredible local people in a rural village. One of the most profound moments came when he was walking through the village and saw children picking up trash. He asked them why were they doing that, and they said, "It's our home. We have to care for it." That struck me deeply. These kids understood something many of us overlook. The earth is not something to be abused. It's a gift to steward. We are so often disconnected from the importance of creation. When was the last time you stopped to admire something simple, like the flower in your garden, or the way the wind moves through the trees? What if every time we observed creation, we paused to remember who made it? Let's make it more personal now. How do you treat things around you? Not just the big things, the small things, the things you might overlook. Take your phone, for example. How do you treat it when it's not working right? When your car makes that weird noise, how do you respond? Or when people in your life act in ways that frustrate you, how do you treat them? Do you see them as valuable parts of creation? Or do you get frustrated and forget the bigger picture? In Matthew 25, verse 40, Jesus says, "Whatever you did for one of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." Now that's a huge statement. It is not just about treating the important people in your life well. It's about how you treat everyone, especially those who can't offer anything in return. Think about it. How do you treat your co-workers? The barista who makes your coffee? The neighbor you run into on the way to your car? These are all part of God's creation. Every interaction you have, whether big or small, is a reflection of how you see the Creator. A friend of mine, who's a pastor, told me about a time when he went to a restaurant with his family, and they were being served by a waitress who was clearly having a bad day. Instead of getting frustrated, he took the time to ask her how she was doing, listen to her, and encourage her. And you know what? She started to open up. And by the end of the meal, she was smiling and thanking them for their kindness. This wasn't just about treating a person well. It was about reflecting God's love for her. That's what it looks like when you treat people like creation, rather than just passing through the day, ignoring the humanity around us. Let's take this to an even deeper level. We were all created with purpose. Every single person. God didn't just create us by accident. He designed us intentionally, and He designed us with specific roles to play in His grand plan. And when we look at the way men and women are created, it's clear we are not the same. And that's not a flaw. It's part of God's beautiful design. Men and women are created to complement each other, to work together in harmony. There's a purpose in the difference. A man and a woman each have their own design, their own strengths, and their own unique purpose in God's plan. And when we honor that, when we embrace the roles He's given us, we fit perfectly into His bigger design. But here's the catch. In modern society, we've started to blur the lines between those roles. We've tried to make everyone the same, to erase the distinction between men and women. And as much as society tells us that we should all be equal in every way, there's something essential in recognizing that we're different. And that's okay. When we go against the way God has designed us, it creates malfunction. It's like trying to assemble a piece of furniture without following the blueprint. You're going to end up with something that doesn't work as it's supposed to. This doesn't mean one is better than the other. It's about recognizing the balance and the beauty in our differences. Men and women together reflect the fullness of God's image. When we embrace our design, we bring glory to God and live out our purpose. So think about this. Are you embracing the purpose God has for you? Are you honoring the complementary roles He's given men and women? So here's the takeaway. How you treat creation reflects how you see the Creator. When we start to treat the world around us with respect, we're showing the world that we see God's hand in all things. But it's not just about the environment. It's about relationships, resources, and life itself. When you honor creation, you honor the Creator. That means not only taking care of the earth, but also how you approach the people in your life, the things you own, and how you spend your time. It's all connected. If we say we love God, we should reflect that love in every part of our lives, including how we treat creation. It's the big and small things, the way we speak to others, the way we manage our resources, the way we take care of things around us. It's all a reflection of our beliefs. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you stopped and asked yourself, how am I treating the world around me? It's easy to take it for granted, right? We wake up, go through our routine, and sometimes forget that our actions have meaning. But every choice we make, how we handle our possessions, how we treat others, how we engage with the environment, is an opportunity to reflect our love for God. And I've been thinking about this a lot recently. It's easy to get caught up in the rush of life, isn't it? There's always something to do, somewhere to be. But what if we took a step back and began to view everything through a lens of stewardship? What if, instead of seeing the things around us as just things, we saw them as gifts to be cared for? Our relationships, our homes, our resources, and yes, even the environment. These are all things entrusted to us by God. It's a huge responsibility, but it's also an amazing privilege. So here's your challenge. Think about the little things. How you treat your space, your phone, your time, your relationships. How does the way you treat creation reflect your view of God? And then, find one small way to treat creation better. Maybe it's picking up trash. Maybe it's being more intentional with your time or relationships. Just one small way you can reflect God's care for this world. I want you to challenge yourself to notice those little things. How often do you get caught up in the noise of life and forget to appreciate the beauty around you? How often do you forget to treat others with the respect they deserve? I want you to shift your perspective, even for just a moment, and see the world around you as a reflection of God's love and design. You know, I've had moments where I was frustrated or angry about something in my life. whether it was a broken phone or an argument with someone. And I had to remind myself that my attitude in those moments say a lot about how I see God. If I can be patient, if I can be kind, if I can treat things with care and attention, I'm not just being a good person. I'm reflecting the Creator's heart. That's what it's all about. Showing the world that we believe in the God who made all of this, and that we honor His creation by how we live and love. Every action, no matter how small, is a chance to reflect His love. As we close today, I want to bless you with this. May you see the Creator in everything you encounter. May you honor His creation with your actions, your words, and your life. And may you reflect His love, care, and respect in every part of your day. Thank you for joining me on Beyond Belief. I hope this conversation has challenged you to see creation and God in a fresh way. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone else who might need it. Let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, take care, be kind, and remember that everything you do is an opportunity to honor the one who made it all. God bless.